Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
A very good Wednesday afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us here on the Statewide Noon News. I'm Samantha Harrelson. The flames burning through Glacier National Park have now consumed more than 2,600 acres, along with decades and decades of history. Glacier officials are assessing the destruction as the lightning-sparked Howe Ridge fire burns near Lake McDonald. Thankfully, there's been little growth since Sunday, even after fire activity increased on Tuesday. Fire managers report that poor visibility on Tuesday didn't allow the super scoopers to work on the blaze. However, a helicopter was able to effectively cool spot fires and slow the fire's growth. Glacier National Park spokeswoman Lauren Alley says that fire behavior is expected to be more active today, and the terrain continues to be hazardous for firefighters working on the ground. Now, structure protection is the priority for ground crews and firefighters after several historic cabins, homes, and other structures burned in the area. Evacuations remain in place, and APGAR has been put on an evacuation notice. A Type 1 team from the Southwest has arrived and will assume control of the fire later this week. And here's a look at some other fires burning across Montana. North of Helena, the Shell Rock fire has burned 300 acres on a mix of state and private land around the Beartooth Wildlife Management Area. And the Bacon Rind fire continues to burn in the northwest corner of Yellowstone National Park. That fire has grown to nearly 1,400 acres. And now turning our attention over to Ed in the Weather Center. Ed, it seems like we've had a big increase in fire activity.
Yeah, that's for sure. As we take a look even at large fires, and this graphic is from Climate Central, it just shows fires over 1,000 acres. If you add the small fires in, it's even more dramatic. The increase in fires, it started around the time when we saw the 1988 fires through Yellowstone National Park. Also, more acres burned on average. And again, this is just taking the large fires of over 1,000 acres into account. So there's been an increase in the number of wildfires, especially in the last 30 years. And in addition to that, we also, of course, see an increase in the wildfire smoke and the ill effects from that. So make sure you limit your time outdoors and use the recirculating function on your air conditioning inside when you can. More on the weather coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Ed. Well, after 7 years of litigation, the sexual abuse case against the Catholic Diocese of Great Falls Billings comes to an end. The settlement calls on the church to pay $20 million to the victims. 86 plaintiffs were part of the lawsuit that accused multiple priests and nuns of sexually abusing children from the 1950s through the 1990s. Almost half of the plaintiffs were represented by the Tamaki Law Office in Washington. Its press relief states Bishop Michael Warfel testified the process used to reach the settlement was just and appropriate. One of the lead attorneys for the plaintiffs says those who came forward are the ones who deserve the credit for bringing decades of abuse to light. To pay off the $20 million settlement, the diocese will contribute $5 million. The parishes in eastern Montana will cover $4 million. $2 million will come from the Catholic Foundation of Eastern Montana, $1 million from the St. Libre Indian School, and $8 million from the Catholic Mutual, the insurance company of the diocese. The diocese also agreed to post a list of all known past and present clergy members who have been identified by victims on its website. The diocese filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in March of 2017, months before jury trials for victims' civil cases were set to begin. 1 year later, the diocese filed to dismiss the bankruptcy. And in Pennsylvania, new information coming to light on hundreds of abuse cases involving Catholic Roman priests. A grand jury report states more than 1,000 children were sexually abused by hundreds of priests over the course of 7 decades. The report also accuses church officials of a systematic effort to cover up many of the alleged crimes. Continuing our coverage today, part of the Bighorn Lake will be closed to assist in the search for 2 men missing since Saturday. The area between dayboards 6 and 8 will be closed from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Future closures will be determined on a day-to-day basis. Portable divers began assisting Tuesday with remote-operated vehicles that have the ability to go deeper than the divers and illuminate the bottom of the lake. 2 land and water canine search dogs will begin helping today as well. The National Park Service's Submerged Resource Center team will start mapping deeper parts of the main lake channel today. The 2 men went missing Saturday after the boat they were on crashed. 1 Billings woman died and another man was injured. Park County search and rescue crews are looking for a missing hiker in the Crazy Mountains near the Cave Lake area. Shortly after 10 o'clock on Monday night, Park County received a report of a hiker who was late in returning. The 39-year-old man from Michigan is a volunteer with the Rocky Mountain Goat Alliance on a project with Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks. Over in Sweetgrass County, deputies confirm his vehicle was found at the trailhead where he was last seen. Two Bear Air assisted in the search with its infrared unit but was unable to find the man. That search will continue today. In other news, the Pearl Jam concert in Missoula was as much politics as it was entertainment. But now the release of a poster depicting a burning White House is drawing a lot of fire and causing some fans to turn their back on the legendary group. There was no mistake that Monday night's concert had political overtone, complete with Rock to Vote sign-ups and other shows backing Senator Tester's re-election bid. But it was this poster sold at the venue now generating debate. The poster was drawn by a Delaware artist and posted to Pearl Jam's official Twitter account. The post, which was later removed, shows several parts of the poster, including a flying John Tester jetting over the destruction on a tractor. The poster got some support, but most responders were condemning the band for the violence, including what appeared to be the skeleton of President Trump in the foreground. Tester's opponent, Matt Rosendale, was quick to jump on the controversy, calling the poster disgusting and reprehensible. There has been no statement from the Tester campaign as of right now. In Valley County, the undersheriff running in the race for sheriff has withdrawn his name. According to the Valley County Clerk and Recorder, Luke Strauman withdrew on Monday. Strauman is currently on paid administrative leave under investigation for an incident that took place 4 years ago. According to the Division of Criminal Investigation, Sheriff Vern Burkle requested the investigation into the official misconduct allegation. And finally, before we take a break, in Helena, Governor Steve Bullock's longtime budget director will soon have a new job. Dan Villa has been offered the job of executive director at the State Board of Investments. The governor's office confirmed his departure Tuesday. In a statement, Governor Bullock congratulated Villa on his new job and said he's valued Villa's counsel during good and bad budget times. Villa has been state budget director since 2011 under both Governor Brian Schweitzer and then Bullock. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the Statewide Noon News. Coming up, 6 months after a deadly shooting on school grounds, students return to the classroom in Florida, the new security systems in place, and why some say they still aren't enough. But first, Ed's in with a full look at the forecast. We'll be back right after the break.
Watching MTN News with Samantha Harrelson, Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and Farm and Ranch News from the Northern Ag Network. This is the noon news on Q2, Montana's news leader.